I recorded the last one, and I'll post these online through Edmodo or email. Actually, I got email. Let's see, Zach, and now I'll put Josh Dillinger on here. All right. So the first thing I'm going to want y'all to do is first I got to scratch my eye. All right. Do y'all have, and put hands down now, out of the people that have it built, who has, okay, who has glued the sensor on like I put on my tutorial? Or who has attached the sensor? Nobody's attached the sensor. Dennis has. Put your hand up for me, Mr. Wade. Jacob has. Okay, most everybody has. All right. So when you do attach this sensor, Josh and Tyson, you can still kind of go through the motions of this circuit if you want to, but make sure that I'll double, triple check. I want this sensor on this side here, on the left side. So if this is the front here, where the wheel is, this is the back. All right, so the sensor should be on the left side. All right. Now, another thing is, so that is one of the main things here. That's just going to help out with the troubleshooting. All right. All right. Now, where is Larry the Robot? Let's get started. I'm missing a Jacob, a Celsi. Yeah, I'm missing too many people. All right. So a few things here before we get really started. And while this thing takes a little while to load up. Cool, Tyson. All right. So a pet peeve of mine as far as what people call robots and how people define robots. Now, Webster defines a robot as a real or imaginary machine that is controlled by a computer and is often made to look like a human or an animal. Another definition that Webster gives is a machine that can do the work of a person and that works automatically or is controlled by a computer. I don't like any of those definitions. The first reason I don't like them is because both definitions say that a robot has to have a computer. There is nothing in building a robot that says that you have to have a computer. All right? Nothing. The second part I have about that is, I mean, you can build a robot without a computer. It's sometimes harder, but then again, it's also sometimes easier to build it without a computer. The second definition says that machine can do the work of a person, which implies that anything a person can do, a robot can do, and anything a robot can do, that a person can do. Well, that is nowhere near being true, at least not now. It may be true 500 years from now, but it's nowhere near being true right now. All right, so let me explain. Who knows what happened today in science for mankind? Won't you be 20 years from now, Tyson? Exactly, a comet landing. So this is pretty amazing thing. So you got to think and put this in a little bit of a perspective for you. It is fine. I know what you were saying, Jake. We shot a rocket from Earth. Earth is a moving thing, right? Everybody knows that the Earth is not stationary, right? I don't have to break that down for you. All right. And we are not the center of the universe. Everybody knows that, right? Right? I'm getting to that, Jacob. Yep. All right. So, yes, the Earth is not the center of the universe. All right? I'm the center of the universe, not the Earth. All right? Cool. Everybody understands that. So we shot an object from Earth, which is a moving target, to another moving target, which is, like Jacob says, going 40 times faster than a speeding bullet. 40 times faster than a speeding bullet. That doesn't make much sense. How fast is a speeding bullet? Generally looking at about 3,000 plus feet per second. All right, that's so 3,000 times 40, going about 12,000 meters per second. So we shot that rocket from here, and it landed on a comet. Now, here's the thing: it landed on a comet. We didn't hit the comet like we're hitting a bullet, right? It actually got close enough to the comet to decelerate, land on that comet, and now it's like traveling around. Now, there is no human I know of that can do that. All right, not that I'm aware of. Tyson might be able to do it in about 10 years, but he won't be about the only one. No real person can do that. No real person that actually exists. I'm not talking about Superman, Green Lantern. Of course, all of them can do it. All right. So that machine that we put on there, the robot, that is doing something a human cannot do. And the Curiosity, that is a human cannot do that. We've landed rockets on Venus. Humans cannot exist on Venus. All right, there is no technology we have that's going to make that happen. Not in the next 20 years, probably not in the next 100 years. Unless we get like another Einstein come along and, uncovers quantum string theory or whatever. Indiana Jones with a grappling cable? Probably. All right, can anybody else hear me? Everybody hear me? Tyson saying he can't hear me. Raise your hands if you can hear me. Tyson, can you hear me? Tyson, okay, Tyson can't hear me. All right. So that's my pet peeves about robots. Now, here's how I define a robot. A robot is a device. It doesn't necessarily have to be a machine. A machine, when you say the word machine, everybody thinks of something already in their mind. They already have a thing, a picture of what a machine should be in their mind. All right, so I go with a device that can take input from the surrounding and use those inputs to determine how the device should act. All right, and that's what we're going to work on building right now. That's what that sensor is for. Hey, my dog could do it with a grappling gun. What kind of dog do you have, Josh? A border collie. I don't think so. Famous quote from Mr. Pearson. All right. So let's get started on the actual robot. All right. So the first thing we're going to do is that Arduino thing that I had you build. We're just going to set that directly on top. Now, when I say directly on top, I do want the Arduino on the front and the breadboard on the back. So if I look at this one, I want the Arduino up here and the breadboard back here. Does that make sense to everybody? Give me a C, a Comprende, a 10-4, a Roger. If you understand that. Agreed, 10-4, Roger Wilco, Capiche. Got it, Scotty. All right, cool. All right, cool. So that's going to be our first step. We're just going to slap that thing on there. All right. Now we're going to put now I'm putting this highly specialized engineering tool to use here. I'm putting it down with a 200 miles an hour tape so it stays in place. You don't have to do this, but I did it to kind of keep it secure. All right. And we're going to put on the 2 transistors and the potentiometer. I do want the 2 transistors all the way to one side or the other, and the potentiometer somewhere in the middle. Now be careful when you get the transistors, because there's another thing in there that looks like a transistor, but it's actually not. All right? So make sure both things that you're putting in there have P2 and 2 on there. Yes, unplug everything from last class. Your breadboard should be completely bare right now. All right. If you got, or as you're doing that, um, what else was I going to say? All right. So the two transistors, the potentiometer, and make sure you go ahead and hook up the 5-volt power supply and the ground. All right. Now these two wires here, these two wires are actually from the sensor, and it's the red and black wires from the sensor. All right. So I'll go ahead and hook those up to the red wire should be corresponding to the positive rail, and the green wire should be corresponding to the negative rail. All right. Now what I did is my sensor is actually way down here. All right. So I pulled those wires all the way through my robot to hook them in. Now I'm put hands down. Raise your hand when you have that done. I am not going to move on until everybody has hands up for this. So make sure you keep track of your hands for me. Yeah, just hold tight, Josh. I know you got issues. What are those small black things? Are you really asking me that, Jacob, or are you being smart? They're transistors. Oh, okay. All right. I thought you were being smart. Yeah, they're transistors. Now make sure when you pick those up on this flat side here, you should see P2N22. All right, and raise your hands when everybody has that hooked up. Yep, we're going to need two of them. And two of them come in your kit. You actually have three of them in your kit, but one of them's not a transistor. Okay. Audio apparently is cutting out for people. All right, do both of them say P2N22 on them, Mr. Wade? Ah, crap. Double check through your kit. Everybody else has had two, Mr. Wade. All right, to answer your question, Dennis, the red and green wires on top. Okay. Well, these two are just 5 volts. The 5 volts in the ground. These are your power lines. Your 5 volts in your ground. I'm hooking those directly into your breadboard. These two red and green wires are from your sensor. They're the black and red wires on your jumper cable. Mr. Wade, do you have a Radio Shack by your house? That's the only way you're going to be able to do this, man, is with that transistor. You want to go get one, brother. They're only like $1. You can order it online, too. You find a spot for you online to order it. Ugh. All right, cool. Well, dadgum, I didn't do all this work, nothing. So I'm still going to send you this link. If you want to buy more transistors, they're 50 cents a pop. All right. Raise your hands when you have all this stuff hooked up. Josh, I know you're... Well, actually, Josh, you can go ahead and hook up your breadboard like this so you can get somewhere close. It's only going to be when you get to the motor or the sensor, which is going to be the next step. I can't help you any more than that, Wade. Go ahead and face palm yourself pretty hard for that one. All right, put your hand up when you got it all hooked in there, Wade, so I know. I see you, Tyson. Appreciate that, man. All right. So here is the first thing we're going to hook up. That's going to be the potentiometer. All right. So we're going to go ahead and hook that up. And when you hook that up, all right, if you get done before everybody else hooking it up, go ahead and start trying to code for it. Raise your hands when you have it hooked up. That's the main thing. Raise your hand when you have it hooked up. Doesn't matter if sensor... No, it's not going to matter too much, Tyson. It should... No, that's not going to matter too much, Tyson. That nickname, though? What nickname, Josh? Pot? Potentiometer? What's wrong with the potentiometer nickname being pot, Josh? I don't know. I can't think of anything bad with the word pot. Pots and pans. You know, cook some good old chili in a pot. Pots are useful when you have a leaky roof. You know, you just stick a pot underneath it, let it collect water. Get some boiling water in it. No idea what you're talking about, Josh. There's sarcasm in my voice, Josh. I'm trying to say stop it, Josh. No idea what you're talking about, Josh. Everybody else got it, Josh, except you. Should there be a loose wire? Yes, Tyson, because I haven't told you where to plug it in yet. All right, again, raise your hands when you have just the circuit hooked up. That's the main thing I'm worried about right now. Then I'll show you the code. And Josh, you can hook this circuit up too. Just the potentiometer. Can I plug the... No, don't do that yet, Tyson. Tyson brought up a good point. Don't plug in the battery from the power cord from the battery pack to the Arduino. Don't plug that in quite yet. Mr. Wade, how you coming, sir? Tyson, you do need to put batteries in there, so do that after class. What do you do with the P122A whatever thing? Nothing yet with the transistors, with Mr. Wade. I don't care what whole number, Josh, as long as it's somewhere in the middle between your two pots. All right, cool. All right, so we're gonna kind of go through it, and we're gonna code each thing as we go, as we hook it up, make sure everything's working. Let me go ahead and bring this one down. All right. So here, there's going to be certain things I'm going to have to be very strict on for this. One is I do want you to put in the comments that I put in, all right, because I have a feeling some of y'all might mess with this 6 months down the road and try to bring up the code and won't know what the heck's going on. So do put the comments I put in there. 1 second, Mr. Josh. And the variable names. I'm going to be strict about these variable names. I do want you to use the exact same variable names I'm using. The reason being is for later on when we start troubleshooting, it's going to make all our lives a lot easier. You got it, Josh? Josh wanted to see this real quick. All right, cool. So please use the same variable names that I am using. All right, that's just this code is going to get it's going to get pretty complex. All right, so please do use the same variable names that I'm using, and add the comments that I put the comments for. I put comments in that so you could hopefully understand this code 6 months down the road from now. Yes, you should be writing this code in there right now. If that's your question, Mr. Murray, I'm not quite sure if I understood that one correctly. All right, so yes, this is recording. So put your hands up when you have this code typed up. Oh, yeah, that's fine, Josh. But go ahead and put your hand up now, Josh, so I know I don't have to wait on you. Thank you, sir. Again, I do want you to make sure you're using the same variable names that I am using, and put in the comments that I put in as well. Once you do get it hooked or get the code written, go ahead and load it up into your Arduino, hit the serial monitor, and make sure you're getting the correct numbers. You should not mostly be getting zeros, Dennis. Mr. Roseman, glad you can make it. All right, let's go back to this circuit here. Double check your circuit, Mr. Dennis, if you're mostly getting zeros. You should be getting... I don't remember the exact numbers. If it's going way too fast, what do you do? Delay, exactly. Add delay in there if it's going way too fast. Add a delay to the very bottom. I don't know, 500 or delay about 250. All right. Yeah, so here's the numbers that I'm getting. Now I'll also have my IR code, so don't worry about that. But yeah, you should get with the potentiometer. You should get from 0 to 1023. So if you're getting a constant 1023, that means it constantly has power, Tyson. So that means that's telling me, are you hooked up to the middle pin? All right, then make sure that none of, because if you're constantly getting power, that's telling me right here, this, I don't know, for some reason, something's wrong. You have the red wire on the left and then black wire on the right. Dennis, is yours working yet? Do you get anything other than 0? Hang on, Tyson, I'm coming back to you. Yours is working and you're getting numbers between 0 and 1023? Okay. So Tyson, that the wire that you have hooked up here, Tyson, the middle one, is that yellow? Okay, cool. All right. So now let's move on. Yeah, we haven't coded for the IR yet, Mr. Wade. We haven't done anything with the IR. So Mr. Roseman is just now joining us here. So let me step back here just a little bit. All right, Mr. Roseman, is your robot built? You have not been here the whole time. Have you really? It's just been hiding you for some reason? Okay. Oh, he wasn't on my list. He literally just popped up on my list. That's weird. But my code isn't working. All right, what's going on with your code then, Mr. Tyson? Or not Tyson, Roseman? Celsi, are you here and just hiding and I can't see you either? At least you told me that last class and I forgot. Alright. What are you getting here? Board size, processing, serial not found, serial. You're hooked into the wrong COM port for some reason, Mr. Roseman. That's your issue. Something's going on with your COM. So, one second. There's no question right now, Tyson. I'm just trying to help Mr. Roseman out. So go to Tools and Serial Port. Make sure you should be on the right. I don't know what port it's going to be for you, but it should be the only other one that's showing. Oh boy. All right, so you have just put it. Okay, Mr. Tyson. Mr. Roseman, I'm about to see your screen. Let me see your screen, Mr. Roseman. Yep. Hit Tools. Let me see your serial ports. All right, is your Arduino plugged in? Because the way it's looking right now is saying that your Arduino is not plugged in.
Yeah, it's plugged in, but I don't know. I go to tools and then it just doesn't pop out.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. I copy everything you got and then save it, copy it, close Arduino down, and open it back up.
Okay. No, it's still not coming out.
Hang on, give me a minute. Are you Horde or Alliance?
What?
Are you Horde or are you an Alliance?
What does that mean?
See Warcraft up there.
Oh, I don't know. I just play it.
You don't know if you're Horde or Alliance?
No.
All right. Unplug, shut down Arduino, unplug your Arduino, plug back in your Arduino, open up Arduino, and don't. Yeah, I see your comment. I'm hoping we don't have to go that route.
Yeah.
All right. Go to now. I get to your device manager.
Oh, where's that at?
Type in DED again. Type in what you were doing. Just type in device and it should pop up.
Device?
All right. Go to. There's another way to get to it. Where's your My Computer? Or wait, can you hit? All right. Hit shoot. Give me 1 second here. I'm trying to figure it out. Uh, right click on your computer, my computer. And you should see properties. Device manager. See it in the top left corner? Shoot. Hit scroll down. Hit USB controllers. Down, last one. Yep. We're going to reinstall your driver. Can you stay after class?
Sure.
All right. Well, I'm sorry you lost your riser, but you found $5. You used $5 to buy another riser. I think you have extra ones, Josh. All right. Where was I at? All right, so everybody has this code. All right, so next we're going to hook up the sensor. All right, now you should already have these two wires in, the main wires here. Now, the only thing I want you to do is plug in the white wire to A1. Plug in the white wire to A1. Who did I lose? Now I lost somebody. Did I lose somebody? Josh? Look. Oh, yeah, I just promoted Roseman. That's why I lost him. Okay. All right, plug in the white wire from your sensor into A1. Raise your hands when you have that plugged up. Everybody except you, Josh. But raise your hand so I know I don't have to wait on you. Even if your sensor is not attached, I do want you to go ahead and plug it up. Mr. Wade, how you coming? All right, what you lost on? Do you have a mic? No, I don't think you have a mic. Big yellow thing. Are you talking about this, Mr. Wade? These are the motors. Don't worry about the motors yet. Big yellow things. If you're talking about these are the motors. I don't want you to do anything with these yet. They're just here. So the only thing you should be concerned about right now is you should have your black wire plugged into your ground of your sensor, red wire plugged into 5 volts, and the white wire plugged into A1. Okay, cool. All right. So this, and Josh and Mr. Roseman, go ahead and type up the code so you have it. This is the code I want you to use right now. Actually, yeah. Let's see if y'all can spot there's 2 errors in this code. See who can spot them. yeah, I'll share this with you after class, but Josh, I will share the Google Doc with you, but I will be editing only go up to where we stop here. All right, because there's certain things in there I don't put in there, and I'll put a note in that on the drive. Good job, Mr. Tyson. You found one of them. Does that make sense, Josh? Is that fair? I'll share the doc with you, but don't go further than what I put where I say. All right? Because you will get thoroughly confused. All right. So there's actually two errors. One, I did not do the pin mode for the IR. And also here I have IR read, or I have I read, and up here I have IR read. So this IR read is missing an R. So it's actually missing on this one too. So when you type this up, just make sure you add an extra R right there. I'll put a note, Josh. I will literally put stop here, Josh, when we get done with class. Is this you, Josh? Pudding Tom? Pudding Tame? One second, I'll go back to it. Pudding Tame? Pudding Tame. What is Pudding Tame reference to, Josh? What am I missing? You better not say pot. Oh, okay. All right, raise your hands when you got done with this part here. And go ahead and try to upload it too. Can I see? Biggie, biggie, can't you see? Sometimes the words just hypnotize me. I just love your flashy ways. On your soul, Yep, because right here, Josh, you need to add an R right here. Does that fix it, Mr. Wade, Mr. Josh? Or Mr. Murray? Not Josh, you know who I'm talking to. Are you talking about for this right here, Mr. Wade? Yeah, Tyson, I'm not going to go any further than this tonight because I got to help out Mr. Bergman. Yeah, email me your code, Mr. Murray. Mr. Wade, email me your code as well. Are you sure you have that white wire plugged into A0 for your sensor, Mr. Wade? Or A1, yep. There you go. All right, cool, fix. I know what you meant. All right, does everybody have this part here done? Okay, Mr. Murray. You do know I'm going to give you hell for showing up at 11 o'clock, right, Celsi? What? I don't care about no tests. You're building robots. What's more important, tests or robots? Ain't no pick or choose. Nah, that's all right, Celsi. I understand. I'm still going to give you hell for it, but I understand. Did you get the Did you get the email I sent you, Celsi? Okay. Okay, so Mr. Murray, I had to check emails for you. I just got it. All right, Mr. Roseman, I haven't forgot about you. I know you're over there waiting patiently. You're still over there waiting patiently, aren't you? Food is more important. Touche, Mr. Roseman. Miss Celsi, you have your robot completely built, though, right? Well, you're further along than some people in class. I'm not gonna call any names. Josh! All right, so Mr. Murray, do you think it's an error in your code or is it an error in the circuit? Yeah, here. Just missing this R right here, Mr. Murray, or whoever sent me this. Oh, and what? What is this? Get rid of that. This is just IR. Yeah. And this is IR read. Sorry, Mr. Dennis. Mr. Dennis apparently had his volume really high up when I coughed. Okay, cool. You're up to speed. Wade's up to speed. Celsius working on really slow speeds. You're still waiting on that Pizio. I have no idea what you're talking about. I know Pizio element, but oh, okay. Well, I'm waiting on that pizza too. Let me know when it comes. We're having a pizza party at your house. All right, Miss Celsi, a few things that I do want to point out for you. Mr. Dennis wants donuts too, Mr. Josh. Make sure there's donuts and pizza. We don't get fat Homer Simpson style. Um, yeah, class is over. And pancakes. And bacon. You just got a list. Celsi, what do you want at the party? Mr. Josh is stolen. We have pancake chocolate covered pancakes with bacon. That sounds delicious. All right, Celsi, when you get to the robot and you put your board on it like so. So here's my board and it's sitting directly on top of the robot. Make sure that the Arduino is on this side, so it should be pretty much over the batteries, and the breadboard is over here. Does that make sense? All okay, so Arduino should be over here, breadboard should be over here. Like,